Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across the Amazon, the Guru venue. It is often thought to be the purview of the Therages to be the link between the spirits and their fellow Guru. They have a responsibility to the nation to be those ambassadors, but they also have another task, a task that can be often fun, and that is creating items, creating masked wonders, not only of Gaian magic, but of spiritual magic, in an effort to aid the nation. A Theurge, one named Alonna, is about to attempt this today. So where is Alonna? What is she doing?
She's probably starting out in the Tellurian because she's been carving this necklace, attaching it to the chain for attaching the stone to the chain, making sure that it's as perfect as she can make it. Because spirits tend to prefer unique things of them. So she's tried to make this entirely of earthen pieces, stone, metal, things that come from the earth itself.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll your crafting roll. And because you blue booked this before, and you have said several times that you have been working and putting time into this, I'm going to lower the difficulty to 4. Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to spend a willpower because she's been working hard on it. And it only makes it 3 successes.
It is decent. It's not awe-inspiring, but at the same time, it's not. It doesn't look like some Boy Scouts' first attempt at wood carving.
All right.
But yeah, it looks good. What's the design of it? Describe it to me.
There's a black stone, not necessarily a gemstone because this isn't. It's a nice looking stone, in a roughly rectangular shape. It's not like perfectly rectangle. It's more of a natural piece of stone.
Okay.
Um,
What kind of stone is this?
um, I would prefer it to be a darker stone, like jet, which is just carbon that's been compressed but didn't go to diamond.
Mm-hmm.
But
Or coal?
any or coal.
Yeah. Jet is lessolite. It's basically the precursor to coal.
Yes. But she's carved into it in runes, in Gary runes. Um,
Into the stone or into the
yes,
necklace?
into the stone.
Okay.
Um, she
What
had
do these
carved
runes say?
um, Heart of the Earth,
Okay.
because that's kind of the inspiration she's drawing from. The Earth is like the body of Gaia, and we're
Go ahead. Give
protecting
me
it.
another.
And
Go ahead. Give me another crafting roll for the runes.
that would be 3 more successes. I didn't turn that off or turn that on.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty. It's very pretty. Um, Altogether, it's a 6 success item. Okay.
Okay.
So it's pretty good. It's decent. It looks like looks like a decent piece of jewelry. So what are you going to do with this?
Um, she's going to cleanse it, make sure that there are no spiritual impurities,
Okay.
because it's not good to invite a spirit in to something that's already tainted.
Hmm. And have you awakened any of the materials you used?
Not yet.
Okay.
I should probably do that. Oh, should I do that first or afterwards?
For what?
Uh, um, now I'm starting to get ahead of myself. Um,
It's okay. It's okay. I'm
no, she,
asking. No, I'm asking. Did you awaken any parts of the necklace?
no, she hasn't.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. All right. So you're going through cleansing this. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, how are you cleansing this in the standard way? Are you going about it a different way? How are you doing this?
Um, she's probably gonna draw on her cult knowledge as well as her Garu knowledge, um, cleansing it with this incense and such in a ring of salt, salt of the earth. Um,
All
she
right.
doesn't have anything like holy water, so because they don't have that sort of thing per se, just laying around that I'm aware of, and it's earth, so that's. Although, yeah, if she'll actually sprinkle it with water as well to wash any um, physical traces off of anything, just so it's clean in all sense of the word.
Okay. You said you were going to use your occult knowledge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, go ahead, roll me Guru Lore.
3 or 4 if trivia would come into play.
Trivia will come into play.
So 4.
Okay. There are specifics to how the rite of the fetish works. And it includes cleansing, but it's a very specific kind of cleansing. And it involves a cleansing of the four elements, placing it under running water, burying it in pure earth, exposing the object to wind, or suspending it above a flame for 3 consecutive nights.
Well, seeing as this is something she's leaning heavy on the earth connection because that's the spirit she's planning to use it for. She would, after she's done a rite of cleansing, she will have then buried it as well.
Okay.
Meditated in that area while it's doing its thing.
Hmm?
She's trying to be as close to Earth as she can, even though she's nowhere near as close as Stoneclaw decimates.
Okay. So she will leave it buried for 3 nights. Now, upon the ending of the third night and the excavating of the necklace, what is Alona's next step?
Her next step is, let me see, what did I write down? Because I wrote it. If I remember correctly, the next step involves summoning the spirit. Yes? It's been a week since I read this now. I think it's involves summoning the spirit.
All right. Now, what spirit are you going to summon?
Um, an earth spirit. The
Okay.
spirit of the earth.
All right. What type of earth spirit?
Um, Preferably one of that, going with that jet stone that she's used.
Mhm.
If it's the same type of stone as the earth spirit. Um, so one, a spirit along that line.
Mhm.
Spirit. Can I roll spirit lore to see if she would know if there's a specific one that would work?
Yeah, totally.
She doesn't. She doesn't. No, I'm just gonna go with what
Yeah.
I was saying then.
So, what
And yeah.
does she summon? Is she summoning the spirit alone?
No, she will. This is where she will have pack linked to decimate so that she's ready to do the summoning. She will meet them um, outside the sept.
We gonna play tag out. Olaf can watch the evil rock while we're doing this. That seems like a bad plan. So, after a pack linking, decimates will come trundling along with dust hanging in her mouth, like she do.
Like you do. He just hangs there as usual, resigned to his fate. Plus, he's lazy, so.
And we'll be in the Umber by this point.
Um, Go ahead, roll the cross.
And drag my people with me.
What
Yeah,
a nice lady.
you're definitely good.
Communal pop.
All
And
right.
she will set up everything for the 2 rights that she's going to need.
Okay.
Going to be summoning a spirit of the earth. Um, there's a chance that it could be aggressive. I'm hoping it won't be. But we'll do everything we can to keep it from being aggressive. Um, If necessary, we may have to fight it, even if it's not aggressive. With what we're
Okay,
planning to do, that might come up.
is good. I play punch face with spirit.
Okay.
Dusk, as he kind of hangs in her mouth and then falls because she starts speaking.
And
Kinda gives her-
she'll hunker down first. It's a very short drop onto her paws.
Gives her a look of mild betrayal, and then rolls over on his stomach.
He gets thoroughly groomed so that he is sure, so sure that she is apologetic.
Okay. So, what level of spirit are you looking to summon?
Definitely not an Incarna. I probably wouldn't go above the 3rd level. I always get that's the
It
Jagling?
goes Gaffling, Jagling, Totem Avatar, Incarna, Celestine.
Okay, then we'll go with a Jagling.
Okay.
And I will take several hours. Let's see.
What is your ritual score?
My ritual score is 3.
Okay. You cannot take more than 3 hours. You cannot extend this right for more than 3 hours.
Okay.
Yep.
3 hours it is then.
It's okay. Only 2 hours will bring it down to the lowest difficulty, which is
Okay.
good. But I want you to describe this ritual. What are you doing? Okay, give us a look into how Alonna Theurges.
She's letting out as low of a. She's calling. This is for the earth, so she's got her hands kind of partly buried in the earth. She's on her knees. She's letting out low mutterings, almost like rocks grumbling. Speaking with spirit speech to the earth. Giving praise and worship to the earth itself, to Gaia and her servants, her allies.
What specific spirit are you calling?
Spirit of Jet,
A
like the
spirit
stone.
of Jet. Okay. And how are you calling out to this spirit of Jet?
Um, a, a deep vibratory howl.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Roll me charisma expression for the howl.
Okay. Charisma.
Yeah.
I botch.
Yes. Yes, you do. You go to make the low howl, and it just sort of comes out as a high-pitched yelp. Your voice cracks. This will take one of the hours away that you can add to your ritual. You were still at the necessary to bring it down to 3. Okay.
I will.
All right. But what else do you do? What's another way that you will call out to Jet?
Um, uh, she's how else is she gonna call out to Jet? Um, she's gonna have the necklace there in front of her. Um, all of Gaia is connected, so she's going to be focusing into the stone to reach out to the spirits connected, related to this stone.
Okay. Hmm. Go ahead, roll me manipulation primal urge.
Spending a willpower. So that's 2 successes.
You feel a vague connection. You feel strings of spiritual. The spirits have started to recognize what you're doing. And there are strings attaching you spiritually to this necklace that are starting to form. Gnostic strings. That wasn't clear. All right. So once that's succeeded, go ahead and roll me roll for the actual summoning. Okay.
What's rituals?
Let me see. Make a gnosis roll.
Gnosis. Okay, I'm going to spend a willpower. That's 3.
You cannot spend a willpower.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. Then Gnosis it is. Four successes.
Everybody that is within this sort of circle that has been created, this ritual ground, begins to feel the earth shake a little bit. The loam in front of you begins to bubble, not wetly as though it's with mud, but more like air is being passed through it, and it's just sort of dry boiling until a figure begins to emerge from the earth. This figure looks to be vaguely humanoid, cut of what looks to be uncut stone in places. Other places are cut and polished, and they shine. All in all, it looks like if an Easter Island head met a garden gnome. And it looks at you. Hello.
Greetings, great and majestic spirit. And she'll offer it up 2 points of gnosis. Her hands outstretched.
It will take the gnosis. It's good to meet you.
'Tis a pleasure to speak with you. I have aid of you if you are so willing and able.
You have aid of me.
I
And
wish
what type of aid do you wish to offer?
to make an item to draw on the power of the earth for defense on the strength that we, the Garu, might use that to help in our battles against the destroyer.
I see. You wish to make a fetish of me.
Aye,
That would be a request of aid. What aid you wish to offer? Grammar is very important. It is the foundation, as rocks, of language.
I apologize if the wording was less than perfect.
You are fine.
The item I'm creating, if you will so be able and willing, is for my pockmate here. Decimates the corruption. Who holds connection to the earth as well.
And if decimates is
Yeah.
regarded, she will she's kind of rolled herself over, but she'll do that kind of greeting crawl shuffle. Not actually going all the way up to this spirit, but kind of does a little scooch scooch, some lapping in its direction.
It'll sort of teeter, sort of like it's leaning on one foot and then puts one foot forward, leans on that foot, puts the other foot forward, up to Stoneclaw. Good to meet you.
Yes, is good
To
to
the-
meet you. Honored spirit.
Mm. You hold the earth with you. It is in your being the foundation of this world. But, and the spirit will look back at Alonna, you are performing the binding, are you not?
Aye, that I am.
So, what is it you offer me?
I can offer Taboo that only she'll wear, the necklace I made. With her death, you'll be free.
is decent.
I know many of my tribe often ask for 100 years and a day.
Hmm. Upon Decimate's death, I will be released.
Aye.
That is a start. A decent start. What benefit do I have to be bound as such?
We've spoken, and she said she'll make daily chiminage to you if you wish it.
But you are making the object.
Aye.
The burden is placed on the crafter, not on its recipient.
Once a month, we'll return it to the earth, that it may be home.
This must be done for a full day. If it is not, I will be free.
That's agreeable. Then on the 14th day of every month, at midnight we shall bury you, and not unbury you until midnight of the 15th.
Yes, I find this agreeable.
Thank you, Great Spirit.
Okay. Now we come to the interesting part. You're going to roll wits rituals. And because you presented a good deal, I'm going to reduce the difficulty from 10 to 8. Okay?
Okay.
Now, you may also spend a point of permanent gnosis to reduce this difficulty by a further 2.
Am I allowed to spend willpower on this roll?
No. The decision is up to you.
She's going to do it.
She's
Suspend the permanent gnosis.
okay. You spent the permanent gnosis. Difficulty is now down to 6. Go ahead, roll me with rituals.
Praise Gaia and the dice gods to favor us this day. 3 successes.
Boom. And you finish the ritual. As you finish the ritual, you see the jet spirit walk up to you as you are kneeling down. It touches your heart first, and you feel a warmth spread from it into you. And it reaches its second hand up, and it touches the very heart of the jet stone on the necklace. And you feel slightly disconnected for a moment as that point of gnosis leaves you and flows into the spirit. And you see him slowly melt away from feet first, all the way up until the stone itself, the jet stone, begins to glow with a deep purple light. Congratulations. You've made a fetish.
She picks it up, examining it, the soft glow. She lets out a deep breath. She's been working on this for a week and plus now, trying to make sure that it happens, that it works, and she then turns to her packmate, decimates. It'll go on easier. Oh, need to dedicate it to you. And she will. You can see
Actually,
she's a,
I was going to ask, do fetishes require dedication? Because I know we can carry talons around without having to dedicate them.
No, but you have to align a fetish to you.
Oh, cool.
It's basically a gnosis roll. Difficulty, the fetish is gnosis. We're either doing 7 or 8. So
Okie dokie.
we're probably gonna set on 7. For this scene, I'll say a 7. If it changes, I'll let you know, because we still have to finish codifying the fetish.
Totally legit.
Okay?
So Decimates will finally lurch up and come over to offer her head and muzzle.
Alonna will attach the necklace.
Okay.
She will get licked vigorously. And may I spend instead of rolling?
Yes.
Then I'm just going to spend, because I'm that guy.
It's okay. You spend. And this is what everybody sees. You spend the gnosis. And again, the ground beneath decimates begins to froth and dry boil. And rocks begin to fly out and attach themselves to decimates. They look like they hit decimates, but decimates, you don't feel any pain whatsoever.
She's just going to go stilt-legged and brace her feet. Staying on her feet is what she does good.
And as these rocks begin to hit decimates in the umbra, they melt away and they seem to coat her entire being. until what stands before you is still decimates, but if decimates down to the most minute detail, was carved of granite.
Alonna smiles and nods.
Dusk stands and will kind of circle around her, sniffing at her, nodding approvingly.
Decimates is going to remain stiff-legged until she's sure the ground is very done latching onto her, and then will probably end up doing much the same herself, kind of twisting around and snuffing and licking and generally trying to figure out what just happened.
All right. Seems the spirit's taken to you quite well.
Yes,
That's good.
he's good.
And Alana's going to kind of crumple down onto her butt at that point, kind of exhausted, drained in a way she kind of expected if it became necessary, and not wanting to screw this up did, but she's you can see a heaviness about her eyes.
And between Dusk nodding, well, Blessed nodding approval, and Alana taking a proper flop, Decimates is going to give herself a good shaky shake to kind of get used to the effect of not so much having fur to rifle around.
No, it rifles around.
Oh, wow. She's crackly. So yeah, she gives herself a shake. It will, in fact, be a little surprised by how natural it feels.
When she shakes, it's almost like rocks sliding together. Almost like, you know that sound when you crunch gravel?
Nice. So yeah, she gives a shake and gets an interesting sound effect and a wholly natural feeling. And for the moment at least, we'll probably settle for pinging their alpha through the pack link to keep him up to date, and trundle over to where Alana has dropped. And after assessing the situation and deciding that maybe picking her up by the back of the shirt is in bad form at the moment, she seems pretty tired, she'll plunk very solidly around her back. She's probably not as comfy a couch as she was before, but she's trying, bless her little heart.
You're still warm.
Blessed will wander over and take his usual perch on top of the mountain's back.
It's not uncomfortable, but it's not as comfortable as it was before.
You see him, he starts moving his paws around, trying to make stuff more comfortable. He's like kneading his paws in it.
Is he doing like the move from that old cartoon with the kitten and the giant dog?
Yes, he
Just
is.
like circling and kneading and trying to make
Yep.
it comfy.
He most certainly is. When he is unable to do so, he just kind of settles down and wraps his tail around him in a bit of a huff. This is not a happy development.
An unfortunate side effect.
Nobody likes to sleep on a cold kitchen floor. Nobody!
Hey, she has a warm kitchen floor, thank you very much. Robert said so. Yeah, I
many-
imagine.
So looks a betrayal.
All right. Is there anything else I need to roll for, Robert?
Nope.
All right. Then we can probably end this scene. Yes.
Yep. Yay, Alonna!
All right. Then thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, ST, for helping. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Goodbye.